Hi, I love giving gifts, but you know what? I really love receiving gifts, but the ones I love the most are the ones I give myself. Hi, this is Gina. Welcome to Hope and Cope, where we talk about how to have our best life in spite of the painful and sometimes tragic choices of those that we love. In today's video, we're going to talk about some of the gifts that I give myself, albeit imperfectly, but I still try on a regular basis to give these gifts to myself. I'm going to start out with some daily gifts that I give myself. So I give myself schedule, planning, routines, and I try to give myself also margins in my planning so that there are built-in bumpers, built-in spaces that are between the things I plan, and that allows me freedom for the things that come in that are unexpected. So these are some daily gifts that I give myself that just help me with my everyday events, everyday happenings, the things that I need to schedule, the things I need to plan in advance for. And this helps me to have a lot more peace in my schedule, in my daily life. And so those are just little gifts that I give myself. My favorite gift I give myself is the gift of gratitude. So when I'm having a hard time, when things aren't going well, when I'm really frustrated or a little down, I just start to count my gratitudes. I know gratitude is something that we hear a lot about, but I just want to talk to you about some things that we just might not really think about, but they should really help to boost our spirits. So a couple things have happened recently that I thought were quite unique. I was at my daughter's and her sink wasn't working, and that just really complicated the whole day. And I just thought, I never really think to just be thankful that my sinks work, be thankful that my plumbing works, be thankful that, I can run water when I want, I can wash the dishes when I want, So all of that was just really eye-opening. And then my sister lost her voice a couple weeks ago, and I'm sure it really bothered her. But we were going to have this conversation, and she was like, I will try. She texted me, she said, I will try. And she just couldn't. And I couldn't hear her. And I just thought, I don't think to thank the Lord for my voice. I don't think to thank the Lord just that I have a voice. And when I want to say something, I can say it. To not be able to speak when you want to speak, to have thoughts and ideas, and you can't say them when you want. We just don't realize what we have. And then just recently, Christmas Eve morning, my daughter, there was a big power outage in her neighborhood, and it was out for several hours. And it was just a good thing that our Christmas get-together was at my house and not her house. And I just thought, how would I even host 40 people if I lost my power right now? If we couldn't use the electricity, and we sat in the dark, and we couldn't cook, and we couldn't see, and all those things. So it's just, those little things that we just take so for granted. Being able to speak when we want, being able to turn that plumbing on, being able to flip that light switch, put that thing in the microwave, or turn the stove on. All those are just tiny little things that in the big scheme of things, we just take for granted. But they really do add, right? They really do add to our ease in our life. They add to the pleasure in our life. They add to the productivity in our life. So I always try to count my blessings. And when I see something like that, I'm like, oh, that's a great thing to be thankful for. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. And so I wanted to come to the last one real quickly. This is the gift I give myself that is the most important gift, and that is the gift of forgiveness. So You're probably thinking, oh, she's talking about forgiving herself. Yes, it's so helpful to forgive ourselves when we've done things wrong. And that's true. And I do try to forgive myself. That doesn't mean that I just wipe the slate clean and that I don't hold myself accountable for anything I do incorrectly. I still try to make amends when I need to and apologize when I need to, accept responsibility for my actions. So I do all those things, but I also just try to say, you're just human. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to do these things that are unacceptable at times, and just let it go. I can't be a perfect person. I cannot hold myself to a perfect standard, right? But the thing that I really give myself the biggest gift about, and that is forgiving other people. Forgiving other people. So whether it's something someone has done directly to me or just something they're doing that hurts me, I try to just forgive. It's not my place to hold a grudge against people, especially when they're just making lifestyle choices that I don't approve of. That would be nice, if I could just direct everybody the way I want them, but that's just not the way life is. Sometimes what people have done is been a direct offense to me in some way. And maybe it's something that needs to be worked out. We need to talk about it. We need to get to the bottom of it. What's going on? Why did this happen? Why did you say what you did? Maybe I've got a part to play that I need to apologize for. But for the most part, I just really need to let people off the hook and not hold unforgiveness against them because of things that I don't like or things that they have done that were unintentional, but they still hurt me. For whatever reason, they still hurt me. Maybe it was an oversight and I was overlooked. Oh my goodness, when you get overlooked and you feel like I should have been invited, or I should have been mentioned, or they should have thought to call, all those things, they can hurt us, but it's just so helpful to just let it go. When you let things go and you just try not to take offense and you try to just understand that people just are flawed and they aren't always thoughtful, they aren't always considerate. Sometimes they have so many things going on and so many things going on in their minds, so many things on their plate to do. It's just so much better if we can just let it go, just cut them some slack. Maybe later they'll be like, oh no, I didn't even call you the other day when da-da-da-da-da. And you're like, it's okay. It's okay. I didn't take offense. And it's just so nice when we just don't take offense for things that, maybe they did hurt our feelings. Maybe they did make us feel less than important. Or maybe that person did make a promise and they didn't fulfill it. But when we just will let things go and forgive, it helps us. I'm helping myself. I'm doing myself a favor. I'm lightening my own burden. I'm lightening my own day and my own load and making my own sky a little bluer when I don't hold a grudge or hold unforgiveness against people for just being human. And, that does take me to, wanting to think specifically right now about someone that is making lifestyle choices or they're in an addiction and they are doing a lot of things that are hurtful. If we can just realize that they are sick, mentally sick individuals with an addiction or a mental impairment, and it's not so much that they don't love us, it's just that they can't think properly about things, and to just let it go. It's so much of the time, those things are not personal. They're really not personal. We might say, but I'm the mom, or I'm the dad, or I'm the wife, or I'm the husband, or I'm the sister. How can it not be personal? But when someone is not in their right mind, it's just so much more not about you than it is about you. And if you can just let that go, and yes, the choices they're making hurts us, and we don't want them to harm themselves. We don't want them to lose their job or lose their home, lose their family. We don't want those things, and that really hurts us. it's going to hurt us anyway. Those things are going to be painful anyway. But holding a grudge and holding unforgiveness about those things just are so much worse. So a gift I give myself, and you should try it, is try to not hold unforgiveness against people that have harmed you. When we won't forgive people, we don't realize that it changes us. It hardens us. It makes me a different person. It makes me less loving, less compassionate, less happy, less willing to share of myself. It harms me. It makes me make choices I wouldn't make otherwise. And I want to make the best choices I can for myself and my family, my friends, for my future. So when we forgive, we are allowing ourselves to be the best person that we can be. And that's important to me. If you do have problems with unforgiveness, and I understand some wounds are so deep. If you have problems with unforgiveness, I have a video that I've done on unforgiveness, and I will link it at the end of this video. If you would like to watch it, I think it will be helpful to you. And if you have a problem giving yourself gifts, being kind to yourself, cutting yourself some slack and forgiving yourself, giving yourself that routine, that planning, that schedule, those margins, and so many other things, gratitudes. And I have a long list of things I give myself. But if you have a hard time being kind to yourself, I have a worksheet that I've created. And if you want to email me, I will send that to you. Thanks for spending time with me today. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, there's a little more for you in the description box. If you'll check it, I always try to put a song and a Bible verse to help you. Until next time, I love you. I'm praying for you. God bless you.